Hello. So before starting this video, I wanted to go over a couple of or rather the couple of LE Shaman talent changes that happened this build. This video was recorded shortly before these changes happened, but I didn't have time to do another dungeon since then, so I wanted to upload it anyway. So I think it's still worth sharing. The build has not changed much by the changes. Let's take a look at the changes. So they moved some things around and then replaced a couple things. You may see that the Flames of the Firelord, the one that reduced flame shot cooldown, was here. It is now gone. They actually combined that into Flames of the Cauldron. So this now provides both of the effects that one provided. They removed the Earthquake proccing Chain Lightning ones, which was a huge something I really wanted, so I'm really glad for that. They moved Aftershock to be a side one, so you can now skip it if you're going straight down the middle if you want to. You can also use I'm messing with the wrong spot. It's over here now. You can also use this now to get down to the fire side better from the middle. They put Master Elements down here, and they added a new power called Flow of Power. Increases the Maelstrom generated by Lightning Bolt and Lava Burst by 2, and their Elemental Overloads by 1, which is just kind of a nice little bonus to your generation. They also put Master the Elements down here, as you may have seen earlier, and they moved Power the Maelstrom from where it was over here to the center. They moved the Eye of the Storm, which reduces your spender's cost, over to where Shake the Foundations was located before it got removed. The main point of these changes, I believe, is to allow a more streamlined way to get to Primal Elementalist without taking a bunch of fire talents you don't necessarily want, as now you can go down the center, taking things like Maelstrom Generation, Max Maelstrom, Aftershock, and then Master the Elements is the only one that has anything to do with fire on the way there. This allows for a more powerful Stormily build, potentially. Another small change they made was the Frost Shot Cleave. They reduced the amount of targets it hits down to 3, but they increased the duration of it to 6 seconds, which is a lot nicer in my opinion, and it also was just like super strong, so I'm kind of not that surprised they nerfed it a little bit. When I believe the last change in the actually there wasn't one other thing. They buffed Magma Chamber from 0.5% per selection to 0.7%, but I believe the only other change in the LA tree is the new Primordial Wave stuff. Previously this was a chance to proc, such as the Conduit right now, I believe. And now it is a CDR from Lava Burst and Lava Burst Overload hits. This also counts Lava Bursts generated by Primordial Wave and by Ascendance. So you can get a pretty good amount of cooldown reduction on this, which is pretty cool. I tried it out a lot. I want to try it in content soon. Then they buffed Splintered Elements to 10% haste from, I believe, 6%. And they added a new talent that is not yet implemented, but we have the tooltip here saying casting Primordial Wave triggers Lava Surge immediately and every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. Some pretty cool stuff here, in my opinion. I like these changes a lot. They also made a few changes to the class tree. Not going to be super in-depth, these are pretty minor and like not very gameplay changing. But the main things they did were like slight nerfs to survivability. Whereas like this reduces magic damage by 4%. I believe this previously reduced all damage by 6%, so there's a little bit of a nerf there. I could be wrong on this, but I feel like this was 3% before. I've actually gone and checked. But it's also, if it is true, that's a really minor thing. They switched the position of Purge and Hex for some reason. Not really sure exactly why. I suppose because Purge is so much more important usually. Now it's on a thing that you're going to be taking more often, I guess. And that pretty much covers everything that is, in my opinion, worth discussing at this point. I think the changes to the LA tree were very good. Like almost exclusively good things. And I think the changes to the class tree obviously don't let us see nerfs, but at this point, I don't think they're unreasonable nerfs. I think that our defensive capabilities were pretty strong compared to what we usually get, so I'm not too surprised by the nerfs to the defensive side of it. But this LE tree is just getting better and better every week. I'm really impressed with how much they're iterating on this in such good ways. I have very few complaints about this tree at this point, and I am stoked to try it out more once we get Mythic Plus on Alpha, because as it stands, it's hard to test things like Primordial Wave build, because you can only do heroic dungeons, which everything falls over so fast, you can't really ramp. Anyways, at this point I'm rambling. In this dungeon I tried a Stormily build. I'll show the build on the screen. It's really similar to this. Actually, I think this is the build. I'll show it on the screen once again, just for the people that skipped ahead. And did a heroic dungeon on Alpha with it. And looked at logs afterwards as well. Let's jump right into the dungeon. Hey, it's Jada. This is like a Wowhead group, Squishy and Jada. They don't know me because I did hit randomize on my character. This isn't a real name. All my options keep resetting. I know the tank and healer are good, so I know both are. I don't know anybody else in this group. The same dungeon as I already did. Just to say it again, I am logging. And after the dungeon, we'll look at the logs together. Last time I tried the Ice Fury Cleave build, and then halfway in the dungeon I switched to the Liquid Memory Totem build. This time I want to try Storm Melee. I'm just in a group full of dragons. There's a bear tank and then 3 dragons. This guy's going for it. Okay. Or I'll make you take less physical damage. I do miss having Echo. I've not used any big cooldowns yet. We haven't any like real pulls. Gonna pool up. Gonna blow up or something? No, it didn't. I wonder what they're testing. Is it gonna be a webhead article or is it just a random testing dungeon? I feel like that was me. I feel like I killed them. Got a bunch of lightning rods out. Time to blast. Looks like he's dead. I actually don't know when I'm supposed to love burst or not. I think I'm probably always supposed to love burst, to be honest. Just like eyeballing the numbers. It does a lot of damage. I'm doing better setups than last time I did a dungeon on alpha. Like I'm gonna do more damage. We collected something there. I also have a sentence up again. This dungeon's weird to test stuff in. It's a long follow age. What's he doing? He's definitely like trying to do something specific. And this dragon guy just keeps pulling stuff. I'm gonna stay with the tank this time. Yeah, I'm actually loving this iteration of LA. It's really fun. I'm praying they don't mess it up between now and launch. There's a lot of really fun builds you can play. This neon dragon guy keeps pulling stuff. I don't know if they're in comms. I don't think they are. I think and Healer are like very obviously trying to test something specific, like an Easter egg or something. You just keep pulling everything when they're stopping. think so. I can't be sure, but I know Jada's from Wowhead. So I'm pretty sure we're in a Wowhead group, at least partly. Yeah, they're playing exactly what I would expect them to play if they were real, so that's why I'm just assuming they are. I wish I had details so I could see how much damage it does, because that like little combo feels really good. What's a burning chain do? I might feel bad if I had details on, but I don't, so... I don't know how much damage they're doing. Ow. Evoker heals look like things I'm supposed to not stand in sometimes. I don't have any cooldowns for this boss. Ow. Earthquakes are invisible. I don't like that. They're doing damage, but they're invisible. I think I have to tank with that too. Oops. I've done this dungeon once, so I know the mechanic now. I have to run the boss with a chain. And somebody else's chain. I've never loaded anything yet. One problem with this dungeon is it feels like all the pulls are small, so it's really hard to test things for AoE, and I'm playing a very AoE build. We've needed to have a new male class for a really long time. I'm glad they finally added a male class. Just only having two is really weird, especially with personal loot, the way it works. You just have less chance of getting stuff. My lightning bolts is slamming. What the hell? 20k? Did infinity damage. There's no more enemies. I have Sarmale out. Why is this cat so slow? He looks really slow for a cat. Gotta come down. There he is. I wonder if this works. Oh, it does. Oh, it doesn't lightning rod anymore. can Stormkeeper Lava Beam, but it doesn't proc Lightning Rod. In Legion it did. As far as I know, there's almost no borrowed power in Dragonflight, which I'm a big fan of. Focus on the basics for a little bit. Why is he so slow? He's like painfully slow. Like I'm frustrated just watching, like for him, not like because he's being slow, but like looking at how slow he is, I don't want to be that slow. Why is he slower than me and I'm not even in Ghostful? Why is he so slow? Oh, I need 55. Very quick. Doing so much damage, I feel like. I don't even know why, though. I don't know what's hitting so hard. Like, something was ticking for 15k. I don't know what it was. Yeah, it's too late to Stormkeeper now. Tragic. That was a 5-target pull. It was perfect. Took too long to get it up. It's not a boss. It's a mini-boss. Been here before. I don't want to Stormkeeper this, because we got maybe a big pull coming after. Ideally, I have a Stormkeeper and a bunch of Maelstrom to Lightning Rod going into a big pull. That's like the idea. Looking good so far. Watch this. The Looker was doing so. I don't know if he did that or me. Someone slammed those mobs. If Stormlight has something on it. It just blew up. Big guy, let's go. Some damage? This build just feels the most like alive to me. Except you also get Ascendance, which I'm not using very much, but I should be. Hard to use on trash properly. I feel like I want to dot more than I actually can. Here, all Ascendance now. Cool little Maelstrom again. Got a Stormkeeper ready. Doing more damage because they're on the vent. Like we're getting owned there. I don't know why though. I don't think it's because of the vent. I think he just does that. I just thunderstormed by accident. It's a boss, isn't it? What? My Spiritwalker's Grace finally ended. It lasted so long. My Earthquake. Yeah, one weirdo in this group isn't playing Evoker. Oh, I looted something finally. I'm gonna play this build for the whole dungeon and then look at the logs instead of switching halfway in this time. Even though I want to switch and try other stuff. Continuity is important, right? I want to pull that. Look at all those enemies. A very slow druid. Got like a curse on him or something. Why is he so slow? It's gotta be some weird talent choice that led to that. There's no way he's supposed to be that slow. We're being questioned by Neon Dragon. He wants to know where we're going. We're just kind of going. I don't care about finishing the dungeon. I just wanted to kill stuff. I want to attack. If we take the scenic route, that's fine with me. Ow, I take fall damage. You guys don't. This isn't fair. I should have said Gus to win. Where did Neon Dragon go? Where is he? He's coming. I have all the damage up for this. I want to know who did damage there. I feel like it was me. I looked cool doing it, at least. That's all I know. Unable to actually hit so hard. Oh no, did I do that? This is kind of scary. We own, let's go. Stormkeeper came up just in time to blast. I miss Gust to Wind so much. I'm already like most of memory using it again. Like it just came right back to me. I also have Purge. I could use it, I guess. We'll take less magic damage or physical damage. I got you. Don't worry. I gotta stop looting. There's no point. But I just can't stop doing it. Just gotta see what's in there. I'm so dead. Oh, I live. Yeah, I know what to damage that time because I got aggro. Undeniably, I did at least some damage. Oh, what's a boss? I can Stormily and Ascendance this boss. The next boss is hard to... Oh, time. I'm gonna lose this one. I remember. I think I have to Ascendance now, like almost now. Everyone tries to dodge that, but it follows you. I looked at a chest piece, right? It doesn't matter right now because it's scaling, but I can use it on target dummies and do more damage. Epic. He tried to come back so fast. Oh shit. Did we go down there? I'll jump. Where's my racial at? Found it. Gust of wind. Do I have wind rush? Oh. About a wisp from asking why his cat form is so slow. What is the lore? It's actually slower than me just running. It's super weird. What is this? Let's get my movement cooldown back. Thanks, guy. That looks dangerous. Oh, that's not blanket. It takes too long. Oh, I jumped him. Over here doing trick shots. Thanks, got it. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. You got it. Dang, hit him with it. Wait, is it? Is it? I don't have a bound. It did not take me long to forget that people don't know how the dungeon works. I was just expecting him to use it, but he didn't know what it did. that worth? Probably. No, my cooldowns. Any more? I know someone got it. I wonder how that scales in Mythic Plus. How many will you need, or is it gonna the damage gonna scale too? Hopefully the damage scales too. You just need like 2 every time. Hopefully my logs worked. Oh, they did. Let's take a peek. Here are the logs from that. Some of this from the dummy. It started here. I beat the dragons. That build did do more damage than the last one did. And obviously things aren't really tuned yet, but... that felt like Alive, but more fun. Because there was Lightning Rod to play with. And there's also CDR. And you could have Ascendance. All kinds of things. I'm kind of a little bit surprised by how little Lightning Rod is doing overall. This means 7% isn't like a small amount. But it felt like it would be higher than that, with how much I was trying to maximize it. I think longer pulls would benefit it more. Also, if I had it tracked on my nameplates, I'd be able to play with it better. I'm not convinced that a second charge of Stormkeeper is going to be like 7% damage, though. I cranked this boss. Yeah, Lightning Bolt does so much damage. That's the old tooltip for Lightning Rod. Is it like, is Lavaverse worth pressing in the current tuning? It actually might not be. Out of Ascendance with like this build. Because you don't get any CDR from pressing it, and it doesn't do that much more damage. Like the average is about the same. It's not what I thought would happen. Here's the boss I had Ascendance, I guess. I did 20k. Yeah, that was when I used Stormkeeper, all my cooldowns and lost, so big damn. This is the final boss. And at least so fun. Even like aside from the fact that I'm ranking, which obviously I don't know how good these guys are or how much experience they have on the new class, so like maybe they were supposed to dunk on me, I don't know. But damage aside, the spec's just like fun to play. And there's so many builds you can play that are fun. Like that was like arguably the most boring build. That was a full Stormelly spam chain lightning build. Yesterday I tried this build, Electrified Shocks, and that was also really fun. Really unique setups you can do. I tried to make a fire, like a Liquid Magma Totem Ascendance build work, but without the other things that you can't get at level 60, it just didn't feel very good. I'm not convinced it's going to be good. I feel like it never proc. Part of that's also that the mobs are dying so fast. And these heroic dungeons that you can't really set up. But if that works, I'm excited to try it. It could be really fun. I was really excited about Ellie in general, though. There's so many fun potential options you can play.